Hello everybody, welcome to a crypto review video. This is actually the first video on this channel. I'll be linking more videos in the future of detailing my background inside cryptocurrency, but I do want to hop in this video as soon as possible and crypto review the current token out there known as Wax token. So if you guys are here and don't know the background of the project, I'll give you guys that, of course, the benefits, the positives, the negatives, and why as of right now, currently as of today, this cryptocurrency is one of the biggest gainers, and I think in the last 24 hours is the number one on at least the coin market cap market, the biggest gainer so far we've seen. So I'll go into the background as to why I think that, and of course give you guys recommendations for the future of this coin and as to why it should be taking off maybe even further in the future. So of course we'll hop into the background for all of you guys who do not know about the Wax token. It's actually brought to us by the company known as OP Skins. Now OP Skins is one of the biggest virtual traders of virtual items and skins out there in the market right now, and one of the major benefits of Wax token, it's one of a kind, and it's also one of the primary entrants to the virtual skin market. We've had other ones out there. I know Storm is also taking the market by storm right now, a coin that has much higher circulation but also a much lower price per token right now. So I expect Storm to maybe take off in the future, but we're talking about Wax token, one that's been in the works for several years right now and went ICO late 2017, and of course has come out with the Wax token early 2018 and is really taking off. So with that, of course, OP Skins, if you guys do not know, one of the largest virtual market traders out there. Like I said previously, they do have a large billion-dollar industry. So as of up to 2017, a $50 billion industry, and still expecting to grow alongside that hundreds of millions of users. And also the one thing I want to point out here, and I'll point out benefits in the future, and I do want to of course give you guys the full breakdown. There are negatives to this coin as well. One of the main things I'm looking at right now as well for this market is, of course, there's a lot of concurrent users in the future, but a lot of these users are actually of our age, of the teenage age, anywhere from, we'd say, from 14 to 25 years old. There's really not a lot of adults in the virtual market right now, at least at this point in time. Of course, there's many adults getting adopting the cryptocurrency market out there, but not many adults in the virtual items playing games like League of Legends, Dota 2, Call of Duty, CSGO. A lot of those things are being avoided by parents, so this token still has a lot of room to grow if it is adopted by the mainstream media, of course, people of a generally higher age. So of course, backing off of that as well, they've also partnered with amazing people. One of the primary benefits of many ICOs out there, with the many that we've had so far, is looking at the background of their partners. So I mentioned many that you guys have already heard about before. We've actually had one of them. They're partnering with one of the COD founders, the Call of Duty founder himself, creator and founder. We also have the Ethereum founder, and of course the Bread Wallet founder and CEO as well. Now of course, this doesn't really offer anything sufficient right off the base value. It's a face attached to a label, just like many celebrities will sponsor foot creams, so on and so forth. It doesn't mean that foot cream is the best thing in the world, but it's definitely a good looking forward, especially when you look at this is an ERC20 token, so it's on the Ethereum blockchain. So the fact that the Ethereum founder is on this token is a big sign for the future. Now, as of me saying this, and I'm sure you guys are aware, this coin is actually moonshotting right now. So I really want to be very wary about recommending this in the future, especially at these prices. But I was recommending this to my friends and family around 70 cents per token. And unfortunately, by the time I made this video, the coin itself is kind of moonshotting right now. So it's still a bit of a risk. I do expect some pullback sometime soon, but we'll certainly see how that happens. And of course, when they partner with people like Call of Duty, you wonder if Call of Duty, a well-known game for having in-game transactions, especially with World War II, their latest game and upload, you wonder if they're going to be partnered with OP Skins in the future and be using Wax token on their platform. And of course, the Call of Duty franchise is one of the largest, if not the largest, historically speaking, for kids to be playing. So of course, Bread also having their wallet coming out, having some decent success there. It's really nice to see other wallets being tied to this token as well, of course, for the future. And continuing off that is also a decentralized exchange. We've seen many of these, again, and not a very uncommon thing to see decentralized coins, but people think that's a primary reason to have it be worth necessarily more. I don't see it as a primary aspect. But moving on as well, we do have the primary benefits. So of course, the overall plan, if you guys were to read the white papers, I'm also going to be trying to do white paper reviews with you live or some kind of thing. So please leave a comment down below what I should review next, and hopefully I can review tokens or coins that actually moonshot after the video is made, so I can actually make you guys some money. But the primary benefits here are to reduce costs for all users. Now you can actually buy this on 2 exchanges currently as of me recording this. One is Huobi, and the other one is actually on the OP Skins market exchange place. marketplace. If you guys have ever heard about opskins.com, it's a great website to use if you're trying to transact your skins for cash or to use cash to buy skins. So again, a very large platform used by millions of users every single month. So it actually would reduce costs both for the end user and the seller itself. So if businesses were to adopt Wax Token, they could sell their virtual items or have people sell themselves virtual items for a lesser fee. This is less than Bitcoin, of course, less than Ethereum, and they're going to try and, of course, achieve even the top low price and try and beat out Litecoin for efficiency, as well as a fee as well. Litecoin known for those low fees. On top of that as well, this will reduce costs for all international users. So when you try and make let's say you're trying to send a letter to someone inside the U.S. You're from the U.S. It's going to be pretty cheap. You try and send a letter to all the way to China, it's going to cost you a bit more money. Same thing as in the virtual marketplace. You're going to have more business expenses if you're a business trying to open up a marketplace, trying to have people transact skins and transact money from China to the U.S., from the U.S. to Europe, so on and so forth. This will actually reduce the cost for the businesses and all businesses who actually acquire the Wax Token. That includes people like Call of Duty. If they were to actually try and pick this up itself, they could actually save a lot of money doing that, and that's their incentive for a big business like Call of Duty or Treyarch or whoever it might be to actually pick up the Wax Token as their primary way of transacting, at least for the cryptocurrency wise. There's also a floating value which avoids the risk of fluctuation. What I mean by this, it might need a bit more explanation, but it actually avoids, let's say for instance, as of right now, Wax Token is worth, let's make up a fictionary number. At the point of me recording this episode, it's about just shy of $3. Let's say right now it's worth $3. It fluctuates to about $3.25 in a very short amount of time, and all of a sudden your skin that you sold for 3 wax now it's worth, let's say, what previously was 2.7 wax. So there's a big fluctuation when it comes to prices. Of course, especially in the cryptocurrency market, this actually avoids that. So with the Wax Token, you can convert from wax to cash. And so if you want to sell your skin for $100 worth of wax, it'll transact for that and keep up to the actual float that's currently going around. So let's say you sell your skin for $100. That previously was worth 3 wax. Well, now that's worth about 3.25. They'll give you 3.25 wax. You don't have to worry about that floating value and feel like you lost out on that money. On top of that as well, it'll be used across all platforms, several platforms outside of OP Skins. That's the ultimate goal of this, is to move off the OP Skins market exchange and have this be placed inside games. Other companies use it, and of course have the Wax Token be the primary cryptocurrency for virtual items all around the world. But of course, this does come with setbacks. We'll go over the positives first and then end the video with the setbacks and of course some final information for all of you. So the overall striking positives that I saw was the amazing staff and board. I went over the members with all of you. They have a great criteria background for all of them. Call of Duty from Bread Wallet, of course the Ethereum founder as well. It's a great line of board members. You guys, I'll link the ICO down below for all of you. The board members are actually 6 strong, so there's several others I didn't even mention that have very, very good experience in the cryptocurrency market. Alongside that, it's been a great, consistent, and healthy growth. Not many people out there talk about, of course, we have many YouTubers out there that talk and just kind of point different arrows at different things, and you expect us to know what they talk about. But when I look at the actual ICO, the actual coin history, I look at their growth, and I look for strong, healthy, consistent growth alongside a horizontal growth, not a vertical moonshot. So unfortunately, at the point of me recording this, it's a moonshot. It's very, very vertical growth. But for the longest time, we saw for the past few months, I'll show you guys on screen as well, a long, consistent horizontal growth behind this token. They were building consistency anywhere from 70 cents to 80 cents, eventually around $1. Once they broke that psychological standpoint of $1, if you guys are not familiar with this, kind of a big psychological marketing is once a cryptocurrency gets close to $1, it's eventually going to break $1 just because people like that dollar standpoint. It's a psychological thing. We saw a lot of pullback on Wax Token. It went from about $1.20 back to $1, from $1.14 back to $1. But yeah, there was a lot of pullback around $1, and then eventually today, point of you guys watching this, it did moonshot. Who knows what Wax Token is going to be at the point of you guys watching this. Also on top of that though, it's a very early adopter. We have other coins out there that of course are going to be a part of the video game scene, and there should only be one dominant coin. When I think about this in cryptocurrency, each individual cryptocurrency has its space, and we're talking about virtual items and skins, and I think pretty clearly as of right now, with Wax Token going above the price of Ripple and being way below the circulating supply, I think we can fairly say that Wax Token has slowly taken over the virtual skins, coins, and tokens for right now, but it definitely could come to an end if other coins do emerge and do a better job. But for the time being, Wax Token, what it promises is fairly awesome. So we're going to see if that price does continue to rise. And unfortunately, well, with every token out there and with every coin, I want to, get rid of my bias. And I do want to say very briefly, I am a holder of Wax token. I have been ever since about 70 cents. And so this moonshot does feel quite nice to actually see my belief go to the groundwork and have it, of course, play out. I'm going to be a long-term holder though. Until the price does rise substantially more, I will not be pulling out. That's not financial advice, but I would advise you guys to be very careful if you do want to get into Wax token. I can see this token going anywhere from $5 to $6. Anywhere above that, I'm going to be a bit worried for at least the month of January, February. I think that's a bit too harsh of a grading and too harsh of a rise. But again, with any other token out there, no one truly knows what the values of the tokens are until, I guess, we really find out what they're used for. So I guess to get rid of that bias and tell you guys I am a holder of this, they do have a very large overall supply. Many people who use Bitcoin Market, they see that standard supply about 450 to 500 million Wax tokens out there, and that's pretty average for a coin of this price. If you could say even pretty good. But unfortunately enough, you look at the overall supply they plan to release, and it will be about 1.8 billion Wax. That's billion with a B, and so that is quite unfortunate. That's quite a high number until you compare it to other cryptocurrencies out there. The one that comes to mind right now would be Ripple. Ripple having so many more billion ripples out there, and of course achieving a price of about, I think it was $3.40 at its peak, which does go to show you that Wax token could not be overvalued right now, but it does kind of make you a bit weary about the future of Wax token. With only 1.8 billion, you could say only 1.8 billion, but some of you could say, wow, 1.8 billion, that's a very large number. So please be careful of that. But also on top of that, ICO investors, some of them have still not been paid out. That is of course a negative for this company. It makes you wonder if they can actually pay those investors out who've actually invested into the ICO and need their Wax tokens. I believe the current investment for the initial ICO was 1 Ethereum is 1,500 Wax tokens, which is fairly good. I think at the time being it came to around 50 cents per token, and they certainly made their money back, and that was at old Ethereum prices, not new ones. So that's definitely a negative for them, but they've guaranteed they will pay those crypto tokens out sometime soon. The only question is a matter of when, and if they do, and when they do, will those investors sell right away at this bullish price? You might see a pullback, certainly if they do. And also this could be a negative, but also could be a positive. We've seen many articles out there about forks in the cryptocurrency world. I mentioned earlier this is an ERC20 token, and so they will be doing a fork sometime throughout 2018. I think it was earlier, they said it might be earlier in 2018. Now it seems to be a bit delayed. Certainly I don't think it's going to be happening anytime soon, and they hopefully will give us a little bit of a warning before that. And so of course the new Wax coin that does come off that fork, we could argue, we've seen forks in the past go about both ways, but generally speaking, when you do have a fork, it does inflate the value a little bit of the initial offering. So the Wax token could rise because of this. I do expect it to, but of course some people out there do say that forks only devalue the token, and again, even further critics, or I guess further positives of this, some people say as well, and we've seen this as well in the past, that some forks of course inflate the value, and of course they're also seen as free money, and people just dump the separate token or the separate coin that comes out of the fork. They dump the lesser one and keep their money in the first one. So who knows what's going to happen in the future of Wax token. As of right now, I've told you guys the positives, the negatives, as well as the primary objective of the token itself. What do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Overall, I'm going to hold my position on Wax token. I can guarantee you I'm going to have full transparency in this channel. I do not want to sell my token at all. And again, if it does reach $5 or $6, I'll be looking to maybe sell a part of my position, but I'm definitely a long-term hold, a majority of my stake in this company. And that's my overall look on Wax token. As always, hope you guys all enjoyed. Please do me a favor, leave a comment down below. What token, what coin, or what cryptocurrency should I review next? What ICO? I love doing these kind of videos, and I love kind of diving deeper into them, and of course giving you guys some insight on what I think the future is of these currencies. So hope you guys all enjoyed. Please leave a like or a comment down below. My name is Crypto, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.